Good morning, students. Welcome to the Google class. It's nice to see you all here. It's a new method of teaching and learning. So, let's begin our class.
Stanza 5. But now they drift on the still water, mysterious, beautiful. Among what rushes will they build? By what lake's edge or pool delight men's eyes when I awake some day to find they have flown away? But now they drift on still water, explains us and tells us that comes to the grips that memories have gone, mysterious, beautiful, admires memories so much. That's why it's so difficult to let go. The word which says by away doesn't want to lose memories. No, they will be. Flown away is a repetition of F sound, emphasize the elusive nature of the swans. Each concludes the wild swans at cool by telling us how the swan drift on the water, an air of mystery attending them. He ends with a question: where will the swans, being wild swans, fly away to, and in which lake they'll build their homes? When youths discover one day what they have flown away from Cool Park, where will they be? It, it's very apparent in the final stanza to see that Yeats isn't merely using the swans as a symbol for lifelong love, but we can also see that the swan is very beautiful and mysterious as creature. We can look and know why swan is why they are mysterious and they will remain young forever. He is sure that they will leave this lake and settle in a different place. They'll move sooner or later. He's also explaining to us and saying that he's sad because they'll move to another place. Seeing them please man's eyes. He's quite envious here, and we can see they live in order to please others' eyes. He says that the poem gives you a clear tragedy of W.B. Yeats telling that is not growing old alone and feeling it very keenly about it, but rather growing old and losing feeling altogether. So he's saying that he has lost the loss of the feeling that is experienced with age. Mostly what we can see is that his fear of growing old is seen in the stanza, and we can also see that um, the swans' hearts have not grown old. Their lives are still full of passion and adventure, we can see, and each feel that uh, he will wake up one day and they will be gone. He wonders where the swans will build their nest once they leave Cool Park. Among what rushes will they build? He also tells wherever they go, they will bring delight to men's eyes. This frightens the poet. The literary devices that are used in the poem, we have the symbols. We have the swan stands for imperishable youth. The bell beat of the swans symbolizes a relentless passing of time. The phrase which is given, autumn twilight, symbolizes an imminent end. Companionable streams suggest the intimate passion the swans have. The number 59 is given to you that symbolizes something odd. Since swan pays mate for their entire life, the last swan is lonesome as a poet. We can look at the image and imagery also. Further in the 3 slides, in fact, I have explained the literary devices and I am explaining to you here so that you can understand the entire stanza with the dry woodland paths, the still sky, October twilight. This all gives you or establishes a picture of serenity and loneliness and builds up the idea that nature is on the threshold of death. So the next two slides also you have the poetic devices that I have used. Contrasting, we can see the second stanza which describes the sudden mount of the swans. This creates a powerful image of their unending energy and vigor. We have metaphor in line 4. The water mirrors a still sky in which the lake is said to be like the still sky. You have alliteration in lines 17 and 18. The bell beat of the swans. We have personification in line 22. Their hearts have not grown old, that declare the swans as having hearts, a human quality. We have the repetition. The words dry and still are repeated a number of times. We have onomatopoeia, the expression. The bell beat of their wings above my head tends to arouse the sound of the wings of the swan as they fly off. The theme gives a clear explanation of growing older. In this poem, Yeats is preoccupied with growing older. He is struck by the fact that 19 years of his life have rushed by since he saw the first swan. He is no longer as youthful and carefree as he used to be. He is weighed down by the cares of middle age and no longer walk on the light tread of youth. The setting of the poem in autumn is significant as the poet is in the autumn stage of his life. In the 19 years, he has grown older, while they seem not to have changed at all. They are unweird, whereas he has grown old and tired. The swans' hearts have not grown cold and are still with passion and adventure, are no longer a big part of his life. They will soon leave his life completely, just as the swans will fly away from the lake of the cool. The beauty and mystery of nature is also one of the theme. The poet describes of cool park with its trees and tranquil lakes. He also praises the majestic and inspiration beauty of the swans. He regards the swans as graceful and elegant, but he also considers them powerful and strong as they suddenly take to the air. There are few questions like you can ask for yourself, students, like describe the park that the poet walks through. What did the poet see when he was in the park 19 years ago? Why does the poet feel sad? How does he describe the swan in the fourth stanza? How is he different to the swans? So with this, we see that the explanation is done. You have any doubts, you can ask me when we have the Google Meet and take further explanation. I would suggest you to read the poem, go through the PPT presentation once again, try to understand and uh, get a understanding of the poem clearly. Thank you, students. That was the end of the presentation.